Key checkers. They check each key you press. This mechanic is very useful in making Scratch games. And now I'm going to teach you how to make a key checker in Scratch. So first we're going to want some variables. The first variable is going to be key pressed for all sprites. Next, we want counter for this sprite only. Then we're gonna want another one called keys for this sprite only. That's all we're gonna need for now. So when green flag is clicked, we need to set keys to all the keys we want. So this key variable is just gonna be where all the keys we want are gonna be. So I'm just gonna write A, B, C, D and just keep going. After writing all the letters you want, you can also add numbers and special symbols. You can add more, but this keys variable is just all of the keys that you're gonna want to be able to check. Okay, then we're gonna set counter to 0, and we're gonna set key pressed to this 0, but then we're gonna backspace. So now there's nothing there. This makes it an empty value. Now we're gonna make a my block named key checker. This is where we're actually gonna check everything. So we're gonna run with that screen refresh as well. We can move it over here. And now we need a repeat block. Repeat the length of keys. So this loop is gonna repeat the length of all the things here, all the characters here, to check if it has it. But then we're also gonna want to +1 because space is not included here. Inside, we're gonna change counter by 1. And then we're gonna get an if statement. If item, if letter counter of keys is pressed. So this uses a counter and it checks each individual letter here. It also counts the numbers as letters. So it checks each one, and here, since at first it has the counter at 1, it checks the first if that's pressed. And if it's pressed, we set the key pressed to the letter counter of keys. And if it's not, then it just repeats the loop and it checks if B is pressed, then if C is pressed, and it keeps going. But now we're gonna need to duplicate this if statement and put it under it, but then get rid of this and get rid of this. And yes, keep if key space pressed. Since the keys variable does not check the space, but when space is pressed, we need to set keys pressed to space. Just put a space. Just put a space there. And finally, we need to move this to the side and put a forever loop on this. And key checker. It has to keep infinitely checking, keep doing this. So now let's check this and see if it works. So right now I'm pressing nothing, so it shows nothing. Then if I press T, it doesn't work. Now I'll give you like 5 seconds to figure out why it doesn't work. You just like try to figure it out. Okay, 5 seconds. Well, the reason this doesn't work is because we're initiating this stuff at the beginning. But then if we keep calling the key checker function, it doesn't set the counter back to 1. So the counter is gonna be set higher. As you can see, it's set super high because it doesn't go back to 1. And our keys variable does not go that high. So to fix this, it's very simple. Just take the set counter and put it in the key checker. So now it's gonna be resetting it, which is good. And now if we check the keys that are gonna be pressed, and let's say I pick Q, now it shows Q. And I can press any key. I can press any key as long as it's in the keys variable. Let me actually add some period, comma, and question mark. So as long as it's in the key variable, it's gonna work. Hopefully you all understood how to make it, but if you have any questions, feel free to comment below. But that's gonna be all for this video. Goodbye.